we have an engine failure at takeoff, we'll land on any available runway.
4,000 feet.
If no runways available, we'll land straight ahead.
That works. Alright, go ahead and pull up the hold short.
Thank you for joining me on my adventure to get my pilot's license. This is a 360 video, so before we get started, I highly recommend you turn your video quality settings up, as this is a 4K video. If you're watching this on a computer, you can rotate the video by using the WASD letters on the keyboard, or by clicking and dragging the screen. If you're watching this on a mobile device, you can touch a screen, and on the top right corner there's a 3-dot button to turn your video quality settings up. I recommend you turn them up to 2160p or 2160s.
Flight controls. Flight traffic, Cessna 477 departing runway 18 straight out to the south, Apple Valley.
Apple Valley, Centurion 761 Alpha Golf, taxi to Transient, Apple Valley.
Apple Valley traffic, Mooney 26 Victor is 5,000 feet, climbing 5,500, southbound, about 5 miles southwest of the field, Apple Valley.
Nice seeing an old plane. Have fun, sir.
Thanks.
In this video, it was a beautiful, clear day, and we wanted to go and practice our stalls. So all week I prepared for this power on stall maneuver, but I still had a big mental fear to do this maneuver. So you're gonna see me do my first couple, and I was able to get over that fear, and now going forward it's just a process of practicing and repeating these steps. So if you have any suggestions for my videos, please feel free to leave it down in the comments below, and I hope you enjoy the video. Thank you.
Climb out for 60 at 65. We're going to go up to 5,500.
Helicopter 78 Echo Charlie, 3 miles to the west and across midfield at 4,000 feet to the heli base. Apple Valley traffic.
Apple Valley traffic, Mooney 26 Victor is about 10 miles southwest of the field, 5,600 feet southwest bound, last call, Apple Valley. What's that?
That was traffic to the south.
There's two. There's one to the west, crossing over the field to the helicopter base, and then there's 110 to the south.
Okay. So on the stall, I think what I was doing last time was I was actually pushing the controls forward, and what I was watching on that video, it said to basically just relax the control.
Correct.
And let the control float,
But just let it come down to the horizon. You don't want to go below the horizon too much.
Yeah. Just let the control like on its own float to your hand, and then just hold it at the horizon. Don't try to help it.
Well,
a stall, but that's generally correct. I'm not going to say always, because there is times when you want to reduce that angle of attack. So most of the time, that's correct.
Okay.
Because see, if the stall doesn't break, then you have to push it down. That's one case.
Yeah.
You see that? Or you would release the pressure, but it's different than the brake itself. So those are going to be circumstances where it's going to act a little different.
King Air is 8 to the northeast. We're going to join a left stage runway 18 Touch Valley.
Gary, can you grab that yoke for a second?
I have the controls.
Okay, I have the controls.
All right, you have the controls.
Apple Valley traffic, CHP, helicopter 80, hover taxi from the south ramp for southeast departure, Apple Valley.
$500 more to go.
All right. Just go ahead and make a left turn.
Okay, clear left, clear right, clear left and right.
And we'll keep going to 5,500. Let's go ahead and clear the area. So left turn first.
Okay.
traffic, high and low. Low on your side, high on mine. And roll out right there. Alright, back to the right. High on your side, low on mine. Right turn, about 30 degrees of bank. Bring it around. Keep going, a little steeper. That's only about 20, so go a little steeper. Keep coming around. And roll out. And left turn. And roll out. Alright, we're going to do a power off, stall, no flaps on the first one. Okay. So carburetor heat comes out.
Okay. Let me get trimmed here a little bit. Okay. Carb heat comes out.
Carburetor heat comes out. Power to idle.
Power to idle.
And just nice and easy on the control movements. Just look straight out. Keep the wings level with the rudder. And slowly start pulling back. Alright, stall horn starting to come in. Just gonna buff it a little bit. And whoops, it's a secondary stall. So if you pull back, it's gonna do that. So, alright, full power. So just let it come down. But don't forcibly pull it back, you know what I mean? Just like ease, so have a little bit of pressure on it because you don't want a secondary stall. Carburetor heat goes in, alright. And clear left, clear right, let's do another one of those.
Okay.
So carburetor heat comes out,
Carb heat out.
and power to idle.
Power to idle.
And slowly start pulling. Keep pulling, nice and easy. Drop your nose a little bit, relax the pressure. So you're still holding it into the stall?
Yeah.
So you got to find that combination of where you're not holding it into the stall, but you're not letting the nose drop below the horizon.
Okay.
All right, carburetor heat's in, and give me a right turn.
Right turn.
Clear left, clear right.
Apple Valley Automated Unicom. Click your mic 3 transform advisory for manager radio check.
Unicom information.
Coming right.
For advisory purposes only.
30-degree bank. Alright, roll out right there. Okay, carburetor heat out. Let's do one more. Power to idle. Lighter control grip on the yoke, just light pressure. Just slowly start easing it back. Alright, just, yeah, don't yank it back though. You're gonna put the secondary stall in there. Just ease on the control. So all you're doing is putting a little bit of pressure on there just to prevent it from coming down a lot. Okay. Alright, carburetor heat out. Power to 18. This time we're going to do it with flaps. So flaps 20.
Power to 18.
Yep.
Flaps 20.
Alright, now flaps full.
Flaps full.
Alright, power to idle. And slowly pull it up into the stall, keeping your wings level with the rudder rather than with the aileron. Pulling, 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 pulling. Just be nice and smooth. Drop the nose just to the horizon, right there. Slowly pulling the power. Yeah, you're pulling a lot. It's a lot of yanking.
Yeah.
And you're creating an accelerated stall, a G-loaded stall.
Okay.
So drop your nose a little more, reduce the angle of attack, drop the nose, make sure the power's full. Okay, so it should be power full, carburetor heat off, 1 notch of flap. Alright, another notch of flap. And last notch of flap. Alright, we'll do one more of those. Carburetor heat out. Okay. Power to 1800.
Power to 18.
Good. Alright, flaps 10. See, the nose comes up a little bit, so we're just going to hold that off a little bit. Flaps 20. Alright, flaps full. Don't pull back yet, just let it settle right there.
Okay.
Alright, power to idle.
Power to idle.
And slowly pull back on the yoke. Nice and smooth, nice and smooth. Now when it brakes, just kind of let it come down just to the horizon.
Okay.
And just kind of catch it. Yeah, see, don't pull on it, don't yank on it though. See, like you got almost like where you're pulling that really hard. It's just a pressure rather than a yanking. The yanking will cause the G-loaded type accelerated stall.
I'm trying.
No problem. It's just it's over controlling, so it'll cause you more issues than it's gonna help. So just trying to help you out.
Yeah.
Figuring that out. All right, so we're gonna do some power on stalls now.
Okay.
Clear left, clear right. Okay, let's climb up to 5,500.
Okay.
So pitch up for 65. We're gonna climb to 5,500.
Flying a plane isn't really hard. It's getting your body to make the correct reactions that's hard.
Yeah, well, yes and no. Some of it is trusting the aerodynamics. Make sure you got full power all the way in?
Yes.
Okay. Some of it's trusting the aerodynamics. And so until you get to that point, then some of that is different as well. Because if you don't trust the airplane or the aerodynamics, then everything is scary and confusing. And so that's part of that too.
One of these power on stalls, I would like you to do it, and then I'm gonna try to as much without imposing any pressures on the controls. I'm gonna be on controls with you.
Okay.
And then after that, if we could do one with the opposite.
Just keep about 65 on the climb. Try to climb out of VY, good practice. Still climbing, give me a 90-degree turn to the left, 30 degrees of bank. Alright, we're looking low on that side, looking high on this side. Alright, roll out, go to the right now, and clear left, clear right, come to the right. And roll out. Alright, we're good right there. Alright, I've got the controls. Okay. Okay, we want about 1,800 RPM. Okay. We're pitching for 65. I'm looking out for traffic. Okay, I got my 65, I got my 1800. I'm gonna start pitching up, and I'm gonna start adding power. looking straight out. I'm not looking at the instrumentation. I'm just looking straight out. Watching the rudder, or watching the wings.
Okay.
And when it comes down, see, that's where you got to kind of push a little bit.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's not always necessarily, because if you just let it fall, it'll fall through that deal. So you got to kind of catch it. But did you notice it also wanted to start rolling left?
Right.
I'm fixing that with my feet. All right, let me know when you have the controls. Don't pull back. Don't pull back.
Okay.
Don't pull back. Let it go. See, you're pulling back already?
Uh-huh.
So like, let it settle out, then set it up.
Okay.
Okay, so power to 18.
Oh, man.
It goes back to what I was saying about trusting the controls. So that's what a lot of it's about.
Okay, I'm going to need you to do another one.
No problem. You want me to do another one?
Yeah.
All right. I've got the controls.
Okay.
All right. Clear left, clear right. So we'll break this down. All right, I'm going to get 65 knots. So I'm slowly pulling up. See how everything's really subtle, and I don't have a tight grip. I have one finger on the yoke. See that?
Yeah.
I'm pulling for 65. Okay, I got 65. I'm starting to pitch up. Starting to add power. Looking straight out. Keeping the wings level with the rudder. Stall horn. Buffet. Star rake. Just dropped to the horizon. That's it. See that?
Yeah.
And it's recovering. Airspeed's increasing. Power's in full. And we're back to normal cruise flight. Let me know when you have the controls.
I have the controls.
You have the controls.
So, no carb heat on this one, huh?
No, because it's a powered maneuver. It's like a takeoff stall. All right, so power to 18.
All right, please stay on the controls with me.
I am on the controls.
Okay, power to 18.
Yep. Pitch for 65.
Pitching for 65.
All right, start pitching up. Start adding power. Pitching, 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 pitching. Work your rudders. It's going to go left, so go a little bit of right, otherwise it's going to spin right. Just a little right. Get the nose down though. Up. Full power. Recovery. If you pull the power out, it's going to stall at a different angle. The AOA changes.
Okay.
So we want to recover with that power, bringing that in. All right, let's come to the right. Clear left, clear right.
Clear left, clear right. Oh, man.
And roll out. All right, power 18. Pitch for 65.
Power to 18.
All right, start pitching up, start adding power. Looking straight out. All right, drop the nose, right rudder, right rudder, right rudder. Whoop. Just a little bit. Just a little right rudder.
Yeah.
If you stomp it to the floor, it'll start spinning the other way.
Okay.
Only a little bit, just enough to balance it out. All right, we're gonna do another maneuver here.
Okay.
All right, so clear left, clear right, carburetor heat out.
Clear left, clear right, carb heat out.
Power to idle.
Power to idle.
Okay, I'm gonna have you work the rudders a little bit. Look straight out. We're gonna hold it into a stall. We're not gonna recover right away. So let it just slowly stall. Start pulling back a little bit. What I want you to do is keep the wings level with the rudder.
Okay.
So as it's starting to stall, just little light pressure. It's basically what we call a falling leaf. It's a light falling leaf, but it's nonetheless it is. So keep pulling.
Power in.
Nope, we're not going to recover yet. Keep pulling back. Keep pulling back. Just work the rudders back and forth. It won't spin unless you make it spin. See, it's stalled, but it's not going to spin unless we make it spin. And we would make it spin by allowing yaw in one direction or the other. We can hold it. See, we're holding it into the stall. It's falling like a leaf.
Okay, how do I get out of that?
Drop your nose though. Recover. Just the horizon. You gotta drop the nose. You gotta break the AOA first. Full power. Carburetor heat in.
Oh, did we almost do what you wanted me to do?
It was, yeah, it's a light falling leaf. That's all I was trying to get you to do. You can just balance that. I mean, you can actually get it swinging and coming down.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna do some slow flight now. So what I want you to do is stay at 5,500 and give me 60 knots.
There's going to be no flaps exercises?
Correct. Well, for now.
Okay.
All right, 60 knots at 5,500. So pitching for airspeed power to keep the altitude. All right, give me 55 knots. 5,555 knots. Don't want to climb though.
Yeah.
So we gotta watch that balance. To balance with pitch and power. Add a little power. All right, give me 50 knots at 5,500. Looking outside. All right, give me a right turn. No more than 20 degrees of bank. See if you can give me 45 knots at 5,500. Clearing left and right, look good. Now what can you do to make it go slower?
Flaps down.
All right, go flaps 10. All right, flaps 20. Okay, give me 40 knots at 5,500.
Knots.
All right, it's descending a little bit, so add a little power. Drop your nose a tiny bit, add a little bit of power. Just kind of get that wonkiness out of it. There you go. All right, full flaps. Give me 35 knots, add a little power. All right, recover. Drop the nose to the horizon. Full power. And one notch of flap up. And another notch of flap up. And last notch of flaps. All right, right turn, climb back to 5,500. Clear left, clear right.
Right turn, climbing. I'm glad we did, at least halfway did that.
What's that, the
Power on stall.
oh yeah.
I had a psychological barrier there.
Yeah, that one's a tough one to do.
55 you said?
Yeah.
Keep the turn going.
5
Stand by.
miles out to the west,
turn,
turning
right?
across midfield, and doing left down and turn right 20.
Right. All right, roll out right there. See if you can give me 90 knots and level cruise. We're going to do steep turns. Steep turns are done at 45-degree bank.
Okay.
And we'll do one left and one right for now. Let's do the first one to the left. We're at 5650, so we'll just keep this altitude.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready, left turn, 45 degrees. We're going all the way around.
Okay.
Roll it in, 45. 1 1000, 2 1000, start pulling back. Pull it through the turn, otherwise it's going to lose a lot of altitude. Pull back. Right there's 45 right there. Pull it back through the turn though, pull back. Looking at the horizon line, pulling through, pulling through. And roll out. Drop the nose a little bit, roll out. You gotta snap it out. Okay. Otherwise you'll pass up your heading, your initial heading.
Yeah.
You only have 10 degrees on that, so you want to make sure you snap it in, snap it out. All right, right turn, clear left, clear right, snap it in, 45 degrees, right turn. Make sure you got full power in there, otherwise it won't make it all the way through. And start pulling back a little bit, 45 degrees, keep pulling it through. Pulling back. Just slice the nose through the horizon line. You should be sitting just above the horizon line as you pull this through. Keep going. And roll out. Snap it out. Should be rudder. See, it should be snapped out and snapped in, otherwise it wanders.
Okay.
So you should be really positive on how it comes in, how it comes out. Don't be afraid to use rudder. You want to lead with those rudders on those roll in, roll out.
Okay.
All right, so now, let's see, let's see where we're at. All right, carburetor heat out, power to idle. You have an engine failure, where are you gonna go?
Right over there.
All right, I'd also try to look down below you somewhere, because a lot of times where you're at is going to be your best place. But the first thing you want to do is you want to establish what? Best glide speed, right?
Yeah.
So what's best glide?
Not sure.
65 with no flaps.
Okay.
So drop your nose. Drop your nose. So you got to keep 65 with no flaps and trim for it.
Okay.
So think of this, glide, grass, and gas. So best glide speed. We should be able to let go of the yoke and it should descend at 65 knots with no flaps. Okay, second, we're looking for a place to put the plane, so start heading for your landing spot.
Okay.
We want to preferably land into the wind, but we know the wind's out of the south.
Okay.
So we want to try to aim for a spot that is going to give us a landing spot into the wind, preferably.
Okay.
Okay, so we have that. Glide, grass. Gas is the last item. So what we're going to do is we're going to start down here. We're checking fuel. Mixture would go rich. We're just simulating this. Throttle settings, carburetor heat out. We check the primer. Let me see really quick. What do we got? Okay, we check the primer. Okay. We might check the mags and see if there's anything there that's causing it to run rough or not run well.
Okay.
All right, what field are you going for?
The one we're passing right now.
All right, so you want to try to start circling over the top of it then.
Okay.
Keep circling over the top of it and try to find a landing spot into the wind. So keep turning. You can turn. Keep turning. Keeping that glide speed.
Okay, we might need to change our location because we're losing too much altitude.
So you see how it's pretty important to find something pretty much below you if you can.
Yeah.
So where are you going to go? You don't have much time. To be honest with you, I would roll out right here.
Okay.
All right, keep that 65.
Okay.
Alright, so what else can you do?
Add flaps.
I wouldn't do that until you got a runway spot made. Come to the right a little bit. Okay. Mayday, mayday, mayday. Cessna 25477, 2 on board, experiencing engine failure, South Apple Valley, near Bear Valley Road, near the high school. Alright, keep that speed though. You don't want to pull back.
Yeah.
Alright, so we could hook it around. We could land right there on that strip. Full power all the way in. Alright, carburetor heat in. And start climbing out again, 65. Alright, you see that?
Yeah.
So that's the initial part of an engine failure scenario. Alright, come to the right. Now let's go right. Let's go right. Turn right.
Yeah.
No, actually turn right.
Automated advisory.
I'm just trying to get you away from the departure into the runway. So actually really make a right turn. There you go.
Density altitude 4,800. Conditions favor.
You see, we start heading that way low level. That's where people are going to be when they're departing.
Okay.
All right, climb up to 4,000.
Apple Valley. Automated advisory. Wind variable altitude 003,270 at 19 at caution wind shear. Altimeter 2994. Density altitude 4,800. Conditions favor runway 18. Pilot discretion.
Yeah, that power on stall was like, you know, when you're diving into a swimming pool your first time learning how to swim.
Yeah.
Then you survive it, you're in like
4,000, so we can level out. All right, start heading on the 45, inbound for 18.
okay.
So drop your nose, descend to 4,000.
Oh, I didn't realize we were above it.
Light traffic, Cessna 25477 is 4 to the southeast, inbound 45, left traffic 18 Apple Valley.
Yeah, when I was climbing out on that.
Alright, sorry, go, what was that?
I did not hear that. When we're coming out of that, I was turning the aircraft but because of the way we were trimmed, or I don't know what it was, I didn't feel comfortable turning because I felt like we didn't have enough airspeed. Our airspeed was reading good, but I didn't feel like we had enough airspeed.
It's probably just because you're close to the ground,
Yeah,
but you got to be able to make the turn.
yeah.
All right, try to stay at 4,000.
Okay, climbing.
All right, if you're gonna climb though, just go full power, and then that'll get you there.
Apple Valley Automated Advisory. Wind variable from 170 through 200 at 11, peak 20, caution wind shear, altimeter 294. Conditions favor runway 18, pilot discretion.
Alright, right turn for the downwind, got one on base to final. Headlight traffic, Cessna 477 is left downwind, 18 number 2, Apple Valley. Alright, fly parallel to the runway at 4,000 feet. And set it up. Carburetor heat. Power 15. Go left a little bit, the wind's pushing you to the right, so
Okay.
a little bit of a left turn. Flaps 20. Alright, start getting it down to 60. Alright, left turn.
Left turn.
Headlight traffic, Cessna 477 is left base, 18 Apple Valley, touch and go. And roll out. Come to the right a little bit. Alright, power to idle. Headlight traffic, Cessna 477 is final, 18 touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, just keep 60 all the way in. Lighten up your grip on the yoke a little bit. It's going to be easier. Okay. Smoother control movements. Make sure that power is all the way out.
It's all the way out.
Okay, roll it to the right just a little bit. Make sure your feet are low on the pedals, keeping your 60 all the way in. Should have equal pressure on both pedals.
Okay.
Making small changes, look way down the end or slowly just pulling little bits, little bits. Just hold it. Now start pulling again. Little bits, little bits, little bits, little bits. There we go. Alright. Carburetor heat in, flaps up. Full power all the way in. Go to right rudder. Right rudder. Headlight traffic says the 477's on the go, 18 left close, traffic Apple Valley. Alright, climb out at 65. let's just go ahead and make that left turn.
Okay. Clear left, clear right.
And roll out, take a look, left and right. And left turn. Left turn.
Valley traffic, traveler 26 Charlie Mike, party 18, left traffic.
Headlight traffic system 477 is left downwind to 18 at Apple Valley. Set it up. Carburetor heat. Power 15. Flaps 20. Okay, trim for 60 and go to the left a little bit. Okay. Wait. Okay. Alright, left turn. Alright, keep that left turn going for now. Keep going, keep going. Looking for the drift to stop. Keep turning.
Okay.
Keep turning right there. Roll out. Headlight traffic system 477 is left base 18, touch and go, Apple Valley.
Headlight traffic, centering 1212 Mike, about 3 miles to the west, across from midfield, join left downwind to 18 Apple.
Alright, left turn.
Valley traffic, traveler, Charlie Mike, left downwind,
And roll out. Headlight traffic system 477, final 18, touch and go, Apple Valley. Powered idle? Not quite yet. Okay. Just keep that 60 though.
Headlight traffic, 12 Mike, about 2 miles to the west.
Alright, now slowly reduce.
And the downwind traffic in sight, we'll be able
Reduce
to
the
do that.
power a little bit.
Be number 2 in the pattern. Apple.
Now we're going to roll it to the right a little bit, left rudder. Alright, power all the way to idle now. Okay. Alright, now look way down the end. It's going to help us judge the height. Okay. Just going to hold it. Start pulling, pulling, pulling. Keep pulling. Don't stop. Don't stop pulling. Just like the stall. Keep pulling back. Keep pulling back. Don't let it forward. Pull. There we go. Oop, don't let it forward. Even after it touches, I want to keep that back. Okay. Alright, carburetor heat in. Flaps up. Full power.
Valley traffic, traveler 26 Charlie Mike, left base.
Alright, it'll fly. There's 50 plus. Alright. Headlight traffic system 477 is on the go 18 gun close traffic Apple Valley.
Valley traffic, 12 Mike, entering down for 18, Apple Valley. Valley traffic, Charlie Mike, final. Valley automated advisory. Wind variable from 170 through 210 at 1221. Caution wind shear. Altimeter 29.
I thought I was flying over the runway and then I see the runway out of the corner of my eye.
Yeah.
information for advisory purposes only.
Alright, traffic, entering 12 Mike, turn base for 18, bye.
Alright, clear left, clear right, left turn, clear left, clear right, left turn.
Alright, traffic, 12 Mike on final for 18, bye.
And roll out. Left and right, left turn. And roll out. Headlight traffic system 477, left downwind 18 Apple Valley. Alright, try to stay parallel with your runway.
She's fighting me.
Okay, there's your 4,000, so go ahead and level out. And you can start setting up carburetor heat. Power 15. Flaps 20. Make sure you get the power back though.
Alright, traffic, 12 Mike, clear, 18 at Alpha 4, taxi to Transient Halfway.
Alright, left turn. Left turn. Headlight traffic says the 477, left base 18, touch and go, Apple Valley. And roll out.
Rolling out.
Base and final clear to right. Don't turn yet. Alright, turn. Roll it in. Headlight traffic system 477, turning final for 18, touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, drop your nose and add a little power. Alright, get the 60 with the pitch. Add a little more power. Drop your nose though. Drop your nose and add power. But only a little bit. Just enough. Alright. Straighten it up to the runway. So we gotta roll it over. See how it got really slow?
Yeah.
We're going to try to avoid that if we can, where you got it right over center line now, we're holding it, get rid of the power. There you go. So we're just easing it in, keeping that back pressure. Just like that, we're keeping that back. We're not letting that nose wheel slam down, we're going to hold it back. Alright, carburetor heat in. Full power. Headlight traffic 477 on the go 18, left traffic Apple Valley. turn. Advise traffic system 477, left downwind 18 Apple Valley.
Got another one behind us there.
Yep, that's Traveler. Had a bunch of time in those. Twin Beach. Alright, 4,000, we're gonna level off. Okay, on this one we're going to practice a maneuver called the go-around.
Okay.
So I'm going to call it when it's time to do it. Let's go ahead and set it up. Carburetor heat, power to 1500. Power to 15, flaps 20. Okay. So we're going to fly the normal approach, and then when I call go around, you're going to go full power, carburetor heat in, and just get rid of one notch of flap at a time. We're going to make sure we have a positive climb before we start retracting the flaps. We don't want to get rid of the flaps all at once.
Okay.
All right, let's go just a little bit further. All right, left turn.
Apple Valley traffic, Traveler 26 Charlie Mike,
Advise traffic system 477 is left base 18 touch and go Apple Valley. Keep that left turn going. Keep going, we're correcting for that wind drift and roll out right there. Alright, keep 60 all the way in. Alright, turn final. Advise traffic system 477 is final 18 touch and go Upper Valley. Alright, reduce the power. Just keep 60 all the way in. Alright, go around, full power. Full power, full power, full power. Carburetor heat. Only one notch. And side step to the right a little bit, we're going to go over the dirt. Headlight traffic system 477 is going around 18 Apple Valley. Alright, so we're flying over the infield. That way, if somebody's taking off below us, they're not going to come up underneath us. Alright, get rid of the next notch of flaps. Alright, and now climb out 65. Sure you don't go over the runway though.
Okay.
Headlight traffic, Cessna 477 will be a right crosswind departure to the west, Apple Valley. All right, go ahead and make a right turn. Okay. Here's what we're going to do is we're going to let that guy get ahead of us, and then you don't feel like he's pushing you. But also, too, this is like, you know, a method that we could use if we have a lot of traffic. We can kind of leave the pattern and come back, go ahead and roll out.
Or somebody jumps in front of you or something.
Yeah, whatever you got to do with it. All right, so he's on the runway now. And we'll climb to 4,000, we'll level off. that right turn going. Apple traffic, Cessna 477 is a mile to the west. We'll be crossing over midfield for left downwind entry 18 Apple Valley. Alright, so stay at 4,000. Now what I want you to do is watch for traffic. We're going to cross right over the top, so come to the right a little bit. Come to the right some more. I want you to be able to see the windsock down there. Come to the right. Okay. So what you're going to do is you're going to look down at the windsock and the segmented circle on your side. So roll out now. Roll out. See it down there? On the other side of the runway?
Oh yeah, I see it.
Okay, so look down at that. You should see some white L's.
Yes.
Okay, the L's are telling you the down, or the base and final rather, right or left traffic.
Left traffic, runway 18.
Yeah, or any appropriate runway. All right, left turn. No traffic. Staying at 4,000 though. It's important that we try to stay at that TPA. Apple Valley traffic, Cessna 477 is left downwind 18 Apple Valley. And roll out. 4,000 though.
Oh, I'm going. I thought we're...
And set it up. Carburetor heat. Power 15. And flaps 20. Alright, we're going to do a maneuver on this one called the slip. We've probably done that before, but we're going to do it again now. This is a time when we would use the slip. We're going to assume like we're high or something like that.
Okay.
Alright, so not yet. And now go ahead and turn left. Apple Valley traffic, Cessna 477, left base 18, touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, keep that 60 though, all the way.
Center in 131 to Mike taxi, fuel.
And roll out.
Apple Valley.
Alright, so we're looking kind of high, right? This is intentional, so we're not going to worry about too much. Left turn, snap it in, rudder. I think you're scared to put the rudder in.
I just forget about it.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's like even with the stalls, it's really hesitant. So just remember, we want to use rudder on that because otherwise we can end up with a really bad turn right there.
Okay.
Alright, so get rid of your power all the way.
Okay.
Apple Valley traffic, Cessna 477 is final, 18 touch and go, Apple Valley. Alright, so left rudder to the floor.
Left rudder to the floor.
To the floor. This is a slip. We're using this to lose altitude if we were high, or if we need to change airspeed, anything like that. We're going to pitch for our speed. We're using the aileron
to hold center
to keep that ground track. Alright, now we're going to come out because we've made that. Alright, we're looking. Look way down the end. Working the rudder the whole time. Light pressure on both pedals. Looking way down the end. Slowly pulling. Keep pulling. Don't stop. Hold it. Now, there you go. Don't stop. Don't stop. There you go. Alright. Carburetor heat in. Flaps up. Full power. Okay, right rudder.
Okay, this is where the battery died on my camera. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like. If you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave it in the comments below. If you know anyone that might enjoy this video or any other student pilots, please feel free to share it with them. Catch you on the next one. Have a good one.